Hey everyone, I've been sitting here and drawing faces, so here are a few of the faces that I've done. If you've watched the previous video, you will recognize some of these, but I just wanted to give you, some of them are very similar basic ideas. I just wanted to give you a few more ideas of what you could do because we're going to be adding them together to do something like this. So here is the set. Also, here is a work in progress of how we're going to end up eventually putting this together. These are both works in progress, and eventually these will be all shaded and you'll have shadows on the background and on the ground. It's called a cast shadow, and everybody will be textured. So I'm going to be doing that in my sketchbook instead of on a big piece of paper so that I can be a little bit more timely with it. So right now I want to show you how to put these cubes together. So there will be videos as well of the basic forms. So I'm not going to spend too much time with the basic forms. I'm just going to kind of go through them because there's like a whole video on each one of the basics of the cube, the cone, the cylinder, and the sphere. So I'll just post those. Those are ones that I've done in previous years. But for now, let's go ahead and just take a moment to lay our page out. We are going to be doing one cube, a pyramid, a cone, a sphere, and an organic. Oh, and let's not forget the cylinder. All right, so just to start out, and like I said, I've got other videos on how to shade these and everything, so we're just going to kind of go with the basics here. I'm going to just start out with a cube, and from this cube I'm going to put a line, and then I'm going to draw the back. Let's extend that out just a little bit more of the other cube. So this is just the same line, the same side as right here. I'm just drawing part of another cube back there. Then I want to go ahead and extend that. If I need to, I can bring that down, bring that up over there. This is not the only way to draw a cube. This is just the way I'm going to show you today, but there's certainly different ways to do it, including in perspective. All right, now I do ask you to draw a lot more lightly than I do because then you can erase easier. Like right now, I'm going to show you erasing and it's not going to erase too well. You can still see the shadow of it right there. But why we want to be able to erase is because we're going to be putting other forms right near it. So this is one way to make a pyramid. You can also, I will add a second pyramid in here just kind of to show you, but you can also do, instead of having a triangle in the front first, you can do an arrow. I like to do this one, it's kind of fun. Just an arrow and then lines down to the side. So that makes it pretty easy if you think about it that way. All right, so the other one I want to work on next is a cylinder. I'm gonna go ahead and have this cylinder laying down. I didn't make that quite as round as I want at the top, so I'm gonna go ahead and make that adjustment really quick. You wanna try to get this as even as possible for the best look of that, okay? So otherwise it would look like a squished cylinder. So I go ahead and I just curve this at the same way as the other end. So I think of this as a smile, and a frown. Okay. And then let's go ahead and put in we're going to do a triangle type shape again, but instead of going straight over on the bottom, we're just going to curve. All right. So if I were to do this somewhere else, you could see that it's either curved straight up and down or like this. All right, so definitely that works as well. And then our last but not least, I'm going to do a little blob, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of put it right here, kind of like a little blob leaning against. Oh, I guess this is not the last but least because I forgot one more, very important. And that is the sphere. And I'm going to put the sphere right over here because I want to make sure this seems like It's kind of even on both sides. Now that leaves this this pyramid and this sphere kind of floating, but we're going to end up with some shadows anyway, not a big deal. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and draw a line across my page. This line is called the horizon line. The horizon line. So it's where basically, if you think about the sky and the earth meeting, that's where the sky and the earth meets. Now in real life, all of these lines are not as solid as this, but that's okay. For today, we're just gonna put them out there, that way we can see them. But we are gonna start using some shading. But before we do any of our shading, we gotta put some faces on these. We didn't do all those faces for nothing. So let's go ahead. You can put any face you want. You can make it one of the ones that I did, or you can do your own. However you want to do it, that's up to you. I'm going to make new ones because I never do the same thing twice, it seems. But I'm going to just make some faces here. And let's see. This one, I think, you know what? Let's do an upside down triangle for that one. And a smiley face. And I think I'll just give him a curvy nose just like that guy. But this one, I'm going to make him smile really big. He's been sitting around for a while. He's a pyramid, but he's a happy pyramid. And I'm going to give him some teeth right there. He's got a big toothy grin. And there's his eyes right there. Okay? This one, I'm going to do something different. You don't have to do it this way. I just feel like it. It always reminds me of a bird when I look this way. So I'm going to just kind of like do what reminds me of a bird's eye here, like little round eyes. And I'm gonna just leave it at that because this kind of forms the nose, and then I don't know, that just looks like complete to me. All right, so over here I'm gonna do round eye. Oh, you know what, I do want to put eyebrows on that one at least. Just gonna do some round eyes right here. Again, this one, let's see, I feel like eyelashes this time. All right, so this one, that cylinder, let's see, let's curve that because it is a cylinder. She's got a little sass there, I think. All right, so let's see, I feel like this sphere is really a happy little sphere. Just a happy little guy. Let's see, maybe I won't even draw the bottom of the eyes. Maybe I'll just do that. I was going to leave them closed, but I felt like seeing his eyes. So there we go. And I'm also going to add like a little boop right underneath to give him a lip. Let's see. This guy's just like had it. He's just had it. He's done. No more. He's done. Maybe he's napping. He looks kind of serene. All right, and this one is just kind of blobbed out. So I think with this one, just kind of looks like a goldfish cracker a little bit. But with this one, I'm just gonna like, I've had a day. I'm just like, I've had a day. Oh, I'm done. All right, so I tend to personify things when I think of them like this. So you might hear me doing little funny voices for each of them because that's what I hear, or imagine in my head rather. All right, so for each of these then we'll start adding textures, and that will be in our next video. Thank you.